You gonna whip out the softie? Like, please, like, put it away, put it away. Hey y'all, Lady Monique back with another video. You guys already know how this goes, and if you don't know, welcome to my channel. Make some noise, y'all. What the fuck? Okay, let me stop. That sound is stuck in my head. Like, if you know, you know. But anyways, y'all, if you haven't already noticed, we have the robe on, we got the cup in the hand, and like I told y'all before, when we got the robe on and the cup in the hand, we're vibing. Y'all already know you are in for a good one, okay? And by the title of this video, you guys already know that we are gonna do another worst date, but this one's gonna be a Tinder edition. And yes, I did say Tinder. We are gonna throw it back to my little Tinder days, okay? Like, listen. I don't want to hear no judgment. This is before Tinder got dirty and dingy. And if it always been dirty and dingy, I didn't know, okay? But I seen Tinder. I think I downloaded Tinder again like probably like 6 months ago just to see the vibes on there. Y'all, it was nasty. It was nasty. Like, I thought it was bad back then. It's bad now. Like, it's nasty. But anyways, y'all, we're gonna do the story time today because I saw that my first video of my worst day ever had a good amount of views on there. That was the most viewed video on my channel so far, and I'm like, damn, y'all is messy. Like, y'all are messy. Of course that one had the most views. I should have known. But anyways, guys, we're gonna hop into the story time and just get to the tea. We're gonna drink, you know. We of course got the little Christmas tree on the cup because your girl loves holidays. It's holiday season and I'm excited. So yep, sit back, relax, or you know, do what you do, and let's just hop into this story time of my worst day ever Tinder edition. Okay, so let me just clear the air real quick. And like I said, guys, this date, I want to say it took place like 3 years ago. This was back in my younger days, back when I was really into the dating apps. Not saying I ain't into them now. Well, I'm not. I'm taking a break right now, but this was back when I was really like into dating apps. I was trying to think of a little nickname real quick, and I'm bad with nicknames, so we're gonna call him Plankton. We all know Plankton, little motherfucker from SpongeBob who was running around trying to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula, lying to everybody, being sneaky and conniving. Yeah, we're gonna call him Plankton. So me and Plankton yo, I can't even take myself seriously. So I had met Plankton on ooh, this is too much. So I had met Plankton on Tinder. We had met on the app and we were talking back and forth for a few days, and you know, I liked him, he liked me, he asked my number, so we ended up, you know, exchanging numbers. Okay, cool. So the conversation was cool amongst text messages. You know, we started kind of talking every day, and I want to say it was like a week straight we were just talking back and forth. Like, the vibes were just flowing. Like, he was cool. So Plankton had asked, I can't even keep up with his name. We're gonna call him Steve. Like, I can't do Plankton. Like, I cannot take the story seriously if I'm saying Plankton. Steve had asked me to meet up because, again, we've been talking for like a week straight and we wanted to, you know, see what the vibes were. And I was open to it. I wanted to meet up with him too because, you know, he was funny, he was cool, the messages were just flowing. So we ended up FaceTiming because anytime I meet somebody off a dating app and I'm planning on meeting up with them in person, I'm FaceTiming. I need to verify your identity before anything, sir. So yeah, we had a FaceTime, y'all, and even that conversation was cool. You know, the vibes were there, conversation was flowing. So this is someone that I genuinely wanted to meet in person. So we decided to have our first date at the gym because we both worked out, and that was just something we had in common, and we didn't want to do anything like too fancy, too extreme. We really just wanted to meet up and hang out. So we're like, okay, let's go to the gym at night. I think we went on like a Friday night, I want to say. All right, so Friday night comes around and he comes to pick me up. The gym is like 10 minutes away from my house, and he also lives nearby, so the gym is fairly close to both of us. So yeah, he comes and picks me up, and I get in the car, and he's like a little quirky thing, like head a little too big for your body, but I'm like, all right, we're gonna rock with it because, you know, you was funny. Like, I was like haha kiki a lot with you, so I'm like, let me just roll with it. So I hop in the car and I'm putting my seatbelt on, and y'all, when I tell you this man skirted off before I could even before my seatbelt could even click, I'm here holding on like this is literally like right when I get into the car, y'all. I should have knew from there I was in for a wild ride. Like, I genuinely should have known. But yeah, he spit off my block. I'm struggling to put my seatbelt on. Like, guys, when I tell y'all, the way my block is, when you're going off of the block, there's kind of a hill there. I live on the end of the block, like in a cul-de-sac. By the time we got to the edge of the block, y'all, I still didn't have my seatbelt on. And this man, he didn't do a hard stop, because he just didn't stop like to make the turn to get off my block. He just skirted. he skirted right this time. And y'all, when I tell you my seatbelt was still not even on yet, like, I don't know why I was struggling so hard. I think it was just because the movement of how fast the car was going already. I was like, hold on a second. One thing I hate is when guys don't make sure my seatbelt is buckled before we're pulling off. Like, boy, you don't care about my life. You don't want to keep me safe. Come on now. One thing my dad told me was how to put a seatbelt on, all right? Even in the backseat, you will catch me with a seatbelt on. I don't care. Argue with your mama. I don't care. I'm putting my seatbelt on. So, yeah, red flag number one. He was skirting left and right, and my seatbelt is not even on, y'all. When I tell you, I am, like, it was no freaking joke. Anyways, we get to the gym. And, you know, we're there for a good hour, and we're genuinely like talking the whole time. We're laughing, we're exercising too. He's like correcting my form on certain things, because, you know, like, I was back in my beginner gym days. You know, your girl, you know what she was doing. So he was correcting my form, teaching me how to stretch. I'm like, stretch me out, daddy, like. No, let me chill out, because I really didn't even like him like that, honestly. Like, I really wasn't even feeling that way about him. I had already known, like, you're not my type, but you're cool. Maybe we could be friends. So let me relax. So yeah, as we're at the gym, y'all, and we're stretching and whatnot, he tells me that he hasn't been to the gym in a few months. He got to get back on his grind. And I'm like, you just told me a few days ago that you go to the gym about 4 times a week. And he paused and just laughed in my face, like literally laughed in my face, had nothing to say about it. I'm like, okay, what was funny about that? All right, strike number 2 now, because you lied for no reason. Like, you didn't have to say that yo, I hate when people just lie and it be unprovoked. Like, you did not have to tell me that you go to the gym 4 times a week. You could have just said, oh yeah, I do exercise occasionally or every now and then, or like, I'm off right now. You didn't have to say you exercise 4 times a week and now we're at the gym and you're like, oh, I haven't been here in months. Yeah, I could tell. Anyways, we're done with our little gym session. You know, we're ready to go. And on the way out, we decided to get some drinks. So he goes to the vending machine and he's trying to buy us some drinks, but his card kept declining. And, you know, I didn't really think nothing of it, because sometimes the machines at the gym be a little janky. So I'm like, all right, whatever, let me try mine. So I swiped my card, or, you know, inserted it, whatever. I inserted my card, and it went through and we got our drinks. Again, here he go with the nervous laughing, the ha 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 ha. I'm just like, what did I get myself into? Like, boy, take your damn drink. Anyways, I pay for our drinks and we get back into the car. And y'all, at this time, I've already kind of established to myself, again, like, we're just gonna be friends, because he wasn't my type. But that's not something I expressed to him, because, you know, I'm getting in your car right now. You gotta drop me home. I gotta make sure I get home safe before, you know, I break the news to you and I don't end up back at my house tonight. You know, you take me somewhere else because you was mad that you got rejected. So yeah, I was keeping my mouth shut until I got my ass back home. My doors were locked and I was in my room safely. We get back into the car and we decided to just chill and drive around for a few minutes or whatever. So that was fine as well. He played really good music, stuff that I was into. I think it was like back in the day when like Summer Walker album came out or something like that. So the music was really like cool. It was vibey. So finally, after a few minutes of just driving around and talking, he pulled up in front of like a few houses. We were like in a neighborhood, and he just ended up parking the car. So I didn't know this was his house beforehand. I genuinely just thought like he ended up parking because, you know, you're tired of driving around. So we were talking for a few more minutes, y'all, and things started to get a little awkward. So I'm talking to him, you know, a casual conversation about whatever the topic was at the time, and he starts giving me the lusty eyes. Like, y'all know when guys be when guys be, you know, about to make they move and they just get a little quiet and they just how do I even I was not meant to be a man. obviously. But yeah, so he starts like sitting back in his chair a little bit. I peeped him like leaning back in his chair, like he was clicking his switch and starting to go like it wasn't even a smooth little one move so he can get comfortable, y'all. It was like occasionally he would go and I'm like, yo, he is not serious. Like, you're not serious right now, like, please. As I said, I was talking, I was just trying to keep the conversation going so it wouldn't go left. And then he interrupted me in the middle of my sentence and he goes, can I be honest? And of course, I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, what's up? This man literally goes just so bluntly, I want to I was like, what? He repeated himself like he did not stutter. He said, I want to I was like, really? And I'm like, who, what, where, when? I'm a little confused. Like, you just threw me off. I knew that was coming, but I didn't know you was gonna say it like that. I didn't know, you know, this was about to go down like this. So I'm like, okay, right now? He's like, yeah, right now. My house is right there. Points at his house. I was like, oh, we're at your house right now. Okay, so yeah, you was plotting on me, basically. Yeah. All right, noted. So he continues talking and he's like, yeah, I mean, we could do it right now. My house is right there. We just gotta sneak past my father. I'm like, sneak past your father? First of all, he's just talking. I didn't even agree to anything. I didn't even say anything after him just bluntly saying he wants to and I'm like, now? Okay. He goes, yeah, we just gotta get past my father. He probably in the living room. I could sneak you in. I'm just like, you can do what? You're not sneaking me in nowhere, boy. Like, what are we talking about right now? First of all, I wasn't even giving you no type of vibes that you was gonna get anywhere with me tonight. Second of all, I didn't even kiss you. Like, you ain't even get to touch these lips, nor will you ever, okay? You just automatically thought we was skipping to doing the do. Like, let's be for real. Like, ew. So y'all already know, I didn't even think about it for a second. It was just like, immediately, no, I need to go home right now. Like, take me home. And y'all, this wasn't even like the craziest part of the night. Like, it literally just kept getting worse, okay? I told him no, of course, and I'm not down for that. And I was telling him, like, we really just met. And he's like, you know, okay, but we met on Tinder. So, what you on Tinder for? And I literally, we had a conversation, guys. The thing about it is we had a conversation beforehand about what we were both looking for while we were both on Tinder. And I told him up front, I was like, you know, I'm looking to date. I'm looking, you know, to see where things go. Like, I'm dating right now. And he told me he was, you know, going with the flow and also just seeing where things go and who we can meet, you know? Like, if you're looking to just get right to it, like, that's something you can say ahead of time to see if the other person's on the same page as you. Like, goddamn, like, not wait until you got me trapped in your car to be like, all right, I want to on me. Like, no, you're not doing that. You're not touching me. Take me home. So the ride home, it wasn't awkward. It was just like a little more quiet, of course, than like the rest of the night, because at this point I'm ready to go home and he already know, like, he kind of turned me off. So it's like, we don't really have nothing to talk about right now. So on our way home, we stop at a red light and he looks at me and he goes, I want to show you something. You know, me being me, I'm not thinking about, you know, him down there. Like, I'm thinking, like, what do you want to show me? Like, what? So I go, all right, like, what do you want to show me? What's up? So, y'all, tell me why this man whips out his, what could we call it? Pickle? Tell me why this man whips out his pickle. Nah, I cannot take myself serious. All right, we kind of had a different angle right now because my phone just ran out of storage and we had to get that together real quick. But anyways, like, right at the good part. Anyways, y'all, this man whips it out his boxers, out his pants, and he's like, look. And I mean, like listen, I'm 21 years old. Like, I'm looking, okay? If you whipping it out, you whipping it out for a reason. That means you're confident, right? So yeah, you whipping it out, it better be juicy. It better be something to look at, okay? Right. I don't like this angle. Okay, yeah, so if you whipping it out, like, you better be working with something. So of course I'm looking. I'm gonna see what's up, since, you know, I mean, we here. It's not like I'm ever see you again, so I might as well see what you was working with, see what I could have missed out on. Like, let me see what's up. But anyways, y'all, it was kind of disappointing. Like, it wasn't even nothing to look at, because first of all, man's is kind of on soft, so it's like, you gonna whip out the softy, Mr. Softy over here? Like, you thought that was gonna get you somewhere? Ew, like, get me out your car now. I was just like, wow, like, you can put that away. It's fine, we're good here, you can put it away. He's looking at me like, you sure? Like, you don't want to touch it? Like, you really missing out on something. I'm like, I seriously don't want to touch anything. Put that away and just take me home. Like, you can just drop me off, it's fine. So yes, thank God. We were literally 2 minutes away from my house at that point. He dropped me off and I went right in my house, and you already know what's coming next. That man was blocked, okay? Within like 2 minutes, y'all, blocked, okay? I couldn't even fathom what had happened, what had taken place this night. It was interesting. And one thing about me, I will see red flags on a date, but I kind of want to see how it's gonna play out. Like, I like having stories to tell, you know what I mean? So I'm someone who gonna see it through and gonna see what's up and be able to laugh about it later, okay? Or be like, I never want to do that again later. So get into this, y'all. A few months later, one of my exes posts on his story, right? He's posting on his story and he's saying happy birthday to my cousin. Why was his arm wrapped around that same guy who I met on Tinder that night? Mind you, me and the Tinder guy, what was his name? Steve? I don't know. Yeah, mind you, me and Steve, we live 10 minutes away from each other, and me and my ex live 40 minutes away from each other. Like, I would have never thought they even crossed paths. Like, we in the same state, but we ain't even in the same county, you know what I'm saying? So I would have never even, like, what? Where is the connection here? So yeah, Steve ended up being my ex's cousin, to my surprise. And my ex is the kind of person who will like do his research on you. Like, he won't be in your business, but like, he knows what's going on with you. Like, he ain't no dummy. He knows what's going on in the streets, all right? He knows what's going on. So I'm just thinking in my head, if, you know, any one of them ever mentioned me, ever brought me up, because my ex had definitely posted me before, and if that's your cousin, then your cousin obviously see me with you, and I don't like, what's going on here? What's going on? But needless to say, my ex never questioned me about him, nor do I think he would, because again, my ex he's interesting. Like, he'll know something and never bring it up until it's time, like 10 years later, to use against you. But anyways, he never questioned me about it. I never spoke to Steve again. Like, none of that ever got brought back up, and it's just history at this point. But yeah, y'all, that was one of my most interesting Tinder days. We're gonna say it was the worst, because it was the worst. It was weird and it was awkward, and I have no words. That is all for today, y'all. And listen here, you messy mother. I've had some bad dates, I'm not gonna lie, but I've also had some really, really good ones. So we're gonna get into the good dates too, so y'all know what type of men your girl is really working with, okay? And what type of men that y'all needs to be trying to pull, okay? We're gonna get into it. But yeah, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know how we feel. And let's see what the next story time will be about. Again, like, if you know me, you know I'm a big dater. I date for days. I have dating stories for days. So let's talk about it. Anyways, follow me on Instagram and on TikTok, Adelaide Monique. Keep up with me, and I love you guys, and I will be speaking to you next week. Later.